A court in New Jersey has ruled that if you are knowingly sending a text to someone who is behind the wheel, you might be liable if that person gets into a car accident. Now, this case involved a driver by the name of Kyle Best who was texting while he was driving, and there was a woman by the name of Shannon Colonna who was sending him text while he was driving. Now, he unfortunately got into a pretty serious car accident. He collided with a cyclist, or a motorist, I should say. And as a result, the two passengers lost a leg each. So it's just a hideous, sad story. Of course, they sued as a result of that. And while they were suing, they decided to not only go after Kyle Best, but they also went after Shannon Colonna because she was the person texting him at the time of the car crash. Well, it turns out that through appeal, the court did decide that if she had known that he was driving at the time and she knowingly sent him text messages at the time, she would be liable. However, there was no indication or no proof that she knew that she was driving at the time. However, I think that sets a really bad precedent because I believe in personal responsibility, and if someone is sending me a text message while I'm driving, it's up to me to avoid picking up my phone and getting distracted while I'm behind the wheel.
Yeah, I don't see how this could possibly be constitutional, and it's on its face extremely stupid. As you said, the responsibility is on you to not pick up your phone, which is a very easy thing to do. I think far easier than actually picking it up. And where do you draw the line? Like, what's so special and so magical about text messages? What if you knowingly send them an email while they're driving, or a Snapchat, or update your Instagram and tag them in it, or like something they put on Facebook? At some point, they need to not check their social media while driving, and you can't be held responsible for every way you interface with them digitally.
When you're not physically there
Exactly.
or part of that. I mean, that's one of the things that one of the people mentioned in this issue is that, okay, what about if you're in the car talking to the driver? And you distract them and they have an accident. Does that mean the passenger in the seat is also liable
That's more
for this?
distracting.
So there's like other questions about does this really apply in this specifically narrow thing? What really jumped out to me about this was that it says that it would let police thumb through cell phones if they have, quote, reasonable grounds to believe the driver was talking or texting. So that's giving the police access to your cell phone, which I believe is a very big issue now about whether or not they have the right to do that without a warrant.
Yeah.
That's considered a search.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to diminish the texting and driving thing. And, here in LA, literally every red light, I look around and every single person is looking at their iPhone without fail.
When they're stopped.
When they're stopped, but I mean, and I'm guilty of it too sometimes, but I mean, nonetheless, you're not supposed to be doing that. The light could change and the guy behind you could hit the gas. But yes, I am a firm believer in what you said. Personal responsibility. Nobody's forcing you to answer the phone. I mean, or you can just set it on some sort of hands-free setting that you can talk to Siri and have her respond for you. Or there's a series of things you can do if you really need to text somebody, but it's absurd.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it just kind of, the real issue is our addiction to technology. I know that I'm definitely addicted to technology. Everyone's always joking around about how during every break I pick up my phone and I start texting, or during the meeting.
I'm kidding, I'm totally kidding.
But it's our addiction to technology, and it really is an addiction. I mean, there was this incredible study done where the researchers took cell phones and the internet and technology away from respondents, and they started suffering actual symptoms of withdrawal. So I can see why people feel tempted to pick up the phone, but again, if you're in a situation like that, it's your responsibility to avoid picking up that phone.
Yeah. My final point that I want to make, I have no idea how old the judge is in this case, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say old. And I think that it's a problem when you have technology changing at a rapid pace and you have people who don't in any way understand the technology ruling based on it. Because as I said, you don't have any obligation to pick up your text, and it's very similar to answering an email, but maybe to them they don't understand the distinction or the similarities. And so how can they make laws that make sense in that sort of world that they don't understand?
And I just don't like having people try to figure out whether or not the person they're texting is behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to do it? Hey, I'm texting you right now, but before I get started, are you behind
Let me ask you,
pretext.
texting you, are you behind the wheel as I'm texting you right now? Isn't that sort of
What are you wearing and are you driving?
Yeah.